Hello out there. Yes, hello out there, Friendship Village. This is your voice of Friendship Village coming at you again today. And we appreciate your listening in. And because I do, because we have an interesting guest. Someone you don't see very often here at Friendship Village. She's an employee. She's been here for years and years, and she knows the lay of the land, and she'll help us understand some things besides sharing about her own life. So, hey, let's start with a joke. That be all right?
Sure.
Okay, all right. Well, there's a story about a vacationer who took a ride into the woods, and he got deeper and deeper into the woods and finally got lost. And then he came to a Y in the road, and right in the crux there was this little shack, and a man was on the front porch rocking in his chair. He referred to him as a hillbilly. I don't know if he really was. But he said to the man, he said, excuse me, now do you know where the road on the right, where that goes to? And he said, nope, no, never been, I don't know. So he said, well, how about the road on the left? Do you know where that one goes? No, can't say as I do. And he said, you know, you are pretty stupid if you don't at least know where these roads go. And the man said, well, now you might have a point there. I might be stupid, but at least I ain't lost.
True.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So that starts us off, and our guest for today is Sally Adams. And go ahead, Mary, introduce our guest, please.
All right. Our guest for today is Sally Adams. Does anybody recognize her name? She's kind of behind the scenes in our very important village.
We know her once a month anyway in some paperwork.
I don't think she signs it though.
Oh no, but my extension's on there.
Okay. She's employed in the financial department of our system. And I don't know how many employees you have, but
4.
That's going to be our sponsor today.
Okay.
The financial department, which is the place that runs this place. If we didn't have a financial department, we'd be in bad shape.
We'd be in bad shape.
Yeah,
sure.
so we're very, very happy to have Sally here. And I'm going to interview her now. Find out a little bit about her background, how she got here and all that good stuff. So where were you born and raised, Sally?
Waterloo, Iowa.
Okay.
Good.
And where did you go to school?
Grade school I went to St. Mary's, and high school I went to Columbus. And then I did Hawkeye Tech for accounting and medical secretary.
Very good. What was your first job?
My first job, I was a waitress at Perkins.
That gets you a good background.
Yes.
Was
it
that
does.
after all these degrees got done?
No, that was in high school.
in high school.
After the degrees, I worked for anesthesiologists at Sartori Hospital.
Oh.
Wow,
Did their billing.
that's an interesting job.
Yes, it was.
Wow.
Did you have to take some training for that?
I watched my bosses do they did pain management, so I had to watch some of the procedures to know how to code them.
Okay.
But it was all on the job training.
Okay. That's where you learn the best, I think,
Yep.
on the job.
Yep.
Yeah, you can go to school all you want, but until you get out there into the field of working and
Yeah.
learn on the job. I learned everything I ever did on the job.
You can read all kinds of books, but until you do it,
Until you do it, you don't know what
you
you're
don't
doing.
know. Mhm.
Very good. And then from there, where did you go?
I went to... Where did I go from there? Oh, I stayed because Covenant bought out Sartori. So I stayed with one of the physicians and did pain management only
Okay.
for about 5 years. And then I went to a family practice doctor. And when my mother passed away, I thought I wanted to get out of the medical field.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and did 8 months at Bossard. It's a nuts and bolts place. You order and buy nuts. I was the nut buyer. That lasted about 8 months because I was like, this is nuts. It really was. And then,
Were they located here in Waterloo?
Yeah, they're located, in Cedar Falls in the industrial park.
Okay.
Okay.
And After about 8 months of that, my girlfriend, who was office manager at the Oncology Cancer Center for Cedar Valley, called me and said, "You want to get back into the medical field? I need a biller." Sure. So I went to Cancer Center for about 8 years, and then I came here.
Okay.
So how many years you been here at Friends of
8.
the Village? 8 years.
8 years here. Very good. And you've been in the same job the whole time.
Yep.
Okay.
Nobody wants my job. It's
Now,
Medicare.
I said earlier that each month we get a piece of paper that Sally originates, but her name's not on it. But it's our monthly bill.
Yep, your monthly statements.
Yeah.
Everybody knows my extension, though. It's right on the bottom of that sheet.
I never looked.
It is.
Never looked.
It
I
is.
never have either.
I usually just call the office and say, "Can I talk to Sally?"
Yep.
Okay.
Very good. Very good. Well, you do a good job.
Thank
You
you.
do a good job. I
Thank
know
you.
you get a lot of phone calls with people not understanding their bills sometimes, but that's okay. You can straighten them out. So that's your job. Tell us about your family.
I am the youngest of 7. My parents are deceased now, but we were all raised out of the same little house. Went to St. Mary's, went to Columbus, graduated. We all live in town except for my oldest brother who lives in Marion. But the rest of us pretty much live within a 5-mile radius of each other.
Wow. That's
And
kind
you
of
and your
unusual.
sister that I know had lived together for
Yep,
a
we
while.
had lived together. I built a house for my parents, and my sister lived with me. And she went on disability, and then she got sick and passed away. It'd be about a year and a half ago.
And you live alone
I
now.
live alone now.
Cat and dog?
Nah, my cats, I had to put them down.
Oh dear.
I'm waiting to see, after I retire, I'll probably get some. You gotta have time to train them.
Yeah.
So they stay off everything and use the litter box. And
Yeah.
so that's my goal when I retire, is I'm gonna get some putty cats.
More than one.
Yep, 2.
2.
They gotta
Well,
have
they
a
have to keep
playmate.
each other company.
They gotta have a playmate so
No.
they can
Yeah.
leave me alone.
Would you on purpose have them of the same sex?
That's what I've always had, usually.
Okay.
Now my sister got a pair this last time. Usually she had different cats. They come and went, but she always had a couple cats. But this time they went out to the vet center and got a boy and a girl. A gray cat they named Gilly and a black and white cat they named Dolly. Because they like to go to Branson.
I was just gonna
The
say.
Gillies and Dollies.
Yep.
And but Dolly has passed away, so all they have is Gilly. And so she got a pair, and they kept each other a
Yeah,
lot
they
of
do.
company.
They do.
Yes, they did.
See, now because Sandy had one and I had one, and growing up, I guess we only had one growing up, but she kept having litters. So we always ended up with, one of the leftovers.
Yeah.
But pets are good for people,
Yeah.
and I know they're good for older people too.
Mhm,
It's just that we can't have them in here now, unless there's a special reason.
Yep.
But and they are maintenance for here.
Yep.
They would be more maintenance
Yep.
for people,
Yep.
and that wouldn't be good either.
Yeah.
So you've been here 8 years and learned a lot.
Yep.
And you have people that help you, work with you in your office. And
Listen, that reminds me of a question. Where are you going to move when they tear down the current med center?
We will be between the med center and Village Terrace and the walkway
okay,
on the second
Oh.
floor.
On the second floor.
We're on second floor.
Okay.
we got to go over and have a tour last Saturday.
I only went on the first floor, though.
They only allowed us on
Yeah,
the
I'm
first
sure they
floor.
did because they're still working on second floor.
Oh, okay.
Well, and they don't want to clean everything after we've all tromped through there
Okay.
or walked.
But
through
I think
there, I
right
should say.
below us is therapy.
Oh,
The,
okay.
the therapy room with the
Right.
It's
The
big.
pool and
Pool, yeah.
everything. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're right above there.
Yeah, we're right above that.
Well, that'll be
Okay.
interesting. So you have to take the elevator up every day to work.
Till I find the steps.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
you can walk. So have you toured your office area?
We've been there once. We went through and looked at it, and it's a lot
Do you
better.
know when you will move?
That not for sure. We're supposed to be a week or so after the
Residents.
residents move.
And the residents are supposed to move next Monday.
That's what they're
If
saying.
all
Yep.
goes well.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll move in February sometime.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're looking probably the second week of February, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So next Monday would be the 31st of January.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Are you excited about moving?
Yeah. I'm excited about moving. I'm not excited about packing stuff and going through stuff.
Yeah.
Because our office got a lot of stuff.
This is the time to sort.
I know.
Sort and clean house.
Yeah.
I know. And hopefully we can do that.
And you're going to have a lot more room, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. A lot of room.
Everybody's having more room.
Yeah.
They're going to all have...
Me and Shannon won't know what to do because our chairs almost touch now.
Yeah, but we do each
We're
other.
going to be on opposite ends of the room now. It's
Wow.
going to be...
Hey.
We can wave at each other.
Yeah, might have to use a microphone to
Yeah.
talk. Well, that sounds exciting.
So you get a new desk and chair
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and file and...
Yeah, everything's new.
All right.
It's a beautiful place.
Yes,
I
it is.
enjoyed the tour.
Yes,
I
it
really
is.
enjoyed the tour.
Uh-huh.
Got to know where people are going to be.
Mhm.
And I have a lot of people I can visit now.
Yep,
And
yep.
go over there. It'll be handy.
Mhm.
Be
Yeah.
a lot more handy just to walk over there and go down to the med center part or
Now
whatever
that
they're
we're all
going to call
connected,
it. I
everything.
don't know what the
You know,
name
I don't know. I have not
either
heard.
if they've picked a name for it
I
yet. I
have
think
not
they're
heard.
still in the naming stage. We don't know.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
it's going to be a learning thing for everyone.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
We who go over to visit and the people that live there
Mhm.
and people that come in to visit too.
Yes.
So our program today is being brought to you, as Mary said, by the financial department, and these are kind of behind the scenes sort of people, like
Sally.
Sally's behind
And
the
she has a
scenes.
coworker named Shannon.
Shannon.
And she has the main guy, Steve, and anybody else that's there.
Penny does payroll.
Penny.
Penny does payroll.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Then we'll have Eric till the end of the month.
Okay. Then he's moving on. Okay.
Then he's moving on.
Right. We have been here long enough to see a lot of people come and go.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a big transition along with the residents that come and
Yeah.
go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad to be here. Still glad to be here.
yes, I am glad to be here. It is a good place to live.
It is.
They do take good care of us,
Okay.
and we don't want for much. We have everything we need. So I can't think of a better place of people in our position to live.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it wouldn't be any fun living on your own anymore.
No.
I think it's more beneficial to be around people if you want to be. We talk about that time and again. If you want to be around people, you go join activities. And if you don't want to be around people, you stay in your apartment or you keep to yourself or you do your own activities.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a very enjoyable place.
And part of the thanks for that goes to Sally.
You bet.
Right.
Thank
you.
She
Sally.
keeps us happy.
I enjoy working here. I enjoy the
Okay.
residents a lot.
All
Right.
right. Good.
And I enjoy my headaches all the time.
Okay.
I haven't had a headache since I sold my grocery store.
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one big one.
That
to
was
go.
one big headache.
Wow.
But I don't have to talk about that.
Okay, let's move on. Let me share a couple of more jokes.
Sure.
Please. Okay. This frantic patient calls up and says, "Doctor, doctor, I just swallowed a bone." And he says, "Are you choking?" She said, "No, no, I'm serious." I'm not choking, I'm serious. I swallowed a bone.
Okay.
Okay.
Ha ha ha.
So this gentleman comes into the doctor's office and he brings somebody with him, and the doctor says, "Now, who is this person with you? He's about half your size." And the guy says, "Oh, that's just my half brother."
Okay.
Okay. All right. Just one more here right at this time. What's the difference between a hippo and a Zippo? One of them, the hippo, is mighty large, and the Zippo is a little lighter.
Okay, I got that one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It says here, you learn more from failure than success. Don't let it stop you. failure builds character.
True.
That reminds me of a psychology experiment that was done years ago. And so anyway, they had people working on puzzles. And so they're on purpose, they would let some people finish their puzzle. Other people were interrupted in the midst of their puzzle, and they kind of moved around and did different activities. And then they asked them to remember the puzzles that they did. And the one that was most remembered was the ones that was interrupted. You know?
Probably.
So that's kind of what you were saying in a way, sort of. Yeah,
Don't let it stop you.
yeah, that's right. So,
I thought of something else to ask Sally. What do you do in your off time?
Well, I shoot pool. Watch a lot of sports.
You have a favorite football?
Bears.
The Bears.
Chicago, yep.
Okay.
Watch the Cubs.
Okay.
Watch a lot of college basketball.
Yes, I do too.
I don't watch much pro. Before COVID, I used to go to a lot of sporting events locally, but I don't go to any. Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, you used to go years ago to a lot of the high school sports.
Yep, all the time.
You followed a lot of those teams.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And now a couple years, I should have another child to go watch, but till then,
Nieces and nephews?
great nieces and nephews.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're getting to the greats.
Yep, I got greats that are up to that age
Okay.
now.
You got a favorite NFL team left for the playoffs still going on?
Well, the Chiefs was my sister's favorite team, so
Okay.
I still have a lot of Chiefs stuff in my house. So I
All right.
don't think they're going to go anywhere, but I can cheer them on.
Well, I think they might.
Depends on which team shows up.
Yeah.
I mean,
To play against them.
yeah.
Yes. I kind of want to be for them too.
Uh-huh.
My sister's for the Chiefs.
I like the
kinda-
quarterback on his commercials for
Oh,
State
yeah.
Farm.
Mahomes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of Friendship Village people are into sports. I think they watch it and they talk about it. And sometimes we get together in some of the areas and watch TV together, which I think will be fun. I hope we have a Super Bowl party. That's what I'm hoping.
Yep.
We used to
That'd be
have
nice.
a lot of those.
We used to, across the
Over
way.
at Park Lane, we have a lot of.
And that was prior to COVID, though, when they put
I don't know if they do it over here as much, though, as they did at Park Lane.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm sure Susie would
Well,
would
she'd
enjoy
prepare
doing
things
it.
for us to have for the Super Bowl, and
Yeah.
then they could bring it out.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see.
it'd
We'll
be
promote
fun.
that.
Let's put a bug in someone's ear to have a
Right.
Super Bowl party.
I think Erica might be the one we would talk to.
Yep.
Yeah,
That
okay.
would be
All right.
February 2nd,
Right.
3rd.
I thought of a
Wow.
question also for Sally, and just to ask it's kind of a general question, but does anything sort of stick out for you as being particularly important in your job? Some of your activities with your job, anything kind of stand out as being something you're excited to share or happy about or glad you were involved, anything like that?
No, because I got kind of a depressing job. I send people statements.
Well,
How do you get excited about? I mean,
she's laughing, folks. She's laughing.
no,
No, it was not a well proposed question anyway. But I just thought maybe some singular event would stand out as
Your job is pretty routine.
yeah.
You pretty much do the same thing all the time, and you have to keep up with it all the time because you got a lot of responsibility there.
I know they added full count, which has been rather entertaining. Don't know if I'm happy about it, but it's entertaining because I got to figure it out. Full count, the new meal.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll all have to get used to that and understand it.
Yeah.
And once I get a hang of it, it'll be just fine. But that's about the only thing that I've had new.
Okay.
Add
Now,
it to
when
A new challenge. A new-
they
Yeah.
get the residents all moved from the pavilion, and then a week later, your office is all gonna move, and the reception desk. So there'll be nothing over there then. That whole building will be empty. And I
And-
understand it's
and it
gonna
has to be
stay
empty.
intact for
90
months.
days, yep.
3 months, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
As a
90 days.
requirement of Medicare.
Medicare, yeah.
Okay. And I can understand that too.
They want to make sure everything is up to,
Working fine. Working
Okay.
fine. Very good.
yep. And then the building will be gone.
Yes.
And there'll be no confusion as to where 600 Park Lane is,
No,
like there is right now.
right.
Yeah.
But kind of knew that was going to happen.
Do you still have a mailman come to
Nope.
your? He doesn't?
No.
Oh,
We don't even have a receptionist out front anymore.
yeah, that's right.
It's
You
pretty-
guys take turns.
No, they knock on the door.
Oh,
We put a sign up to call, the reception over there. Or
Okay.
if people knock on the door. Or if we see somebody standing out there.
Yeah.
Kind of just go out and.
Because you don't have that many anyway,
No,
probably.
They go in streaks.
Yeah.
And it's usually people that are lost.
Yeah.
That are trying to get, to somebody at Village
To one of
Terrace.
their buildings.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's true. But their time.
Which is confusing. I mean, you got a building in front of a building.
Mm-hmm.
And they both say, well, you can see this 600 Park Lane, you can't see that one.
yeah.
So,
What's our,
This is about Iowa. We are a farm state. We all know that. Okay, here's some tidbits. There are 86,900 farms in the state, and the average size is 845 acres. Wow.
I can believe that.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
But when you travel anywhere, that's all you see.
In
I mean-
fact, 85% of our total square miles, 85% is set aside as farmland. So 35 million acres of land in the state, and 85% is farmland. And Iowa has more hogs than they do humans. I guess that's not a real surprise. Okay. There are 3.18 million people, and there are 23.6 million hogs in that state. So that averages out to like 7.5 hogs per person.
That's about right.
So this must be one of the hog capitals of the
I
world.
think it is. I think it's
think
a,
you're-
Probably so.
yeah. Because they have a lot of pork conventions. They feature pork at the state fair.
Yep.
Much more so than beef, I
Yep,
think.
I do too.
So I think Iowa has become quite a pork state. Pork state.
Pork state, yeah. Hey, Sally and Mary, we're kind of winding down here. Do either one of you have any parting words?
No, just thanks for the invite.
Okay, yes, happy to do it.
Always glad to interview someone, find out about their life, their job, their career. And that's what makes our podcast interesting.
I think so. I
Yes.
agree, Mary. Yeah. So, let's close with this notion. May the good Lord bless and keep you till we meet again. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
That was fun. Let's do it again. No.